I'm Junjun Binay. I'm the mayor of the financial district of the Philippines, which is the city of Makati.
And you are a member of the Making Cities Resilient campaign?
That's right. We just signed it a few days ago, and my city is part of that initiative. We're under threat of effects of earthquakes, floods, both man-made and natural calamities. We're very, very prone to that. 21 square kilometers.
Okay.
We have a nighttime population of about 600,000. I have a daytime population of 4 to 4.5 million. So it grows during the daytime since it's the financial district. So we have a lot of transient going to the city.
Right.
Well, we were the first city to have our own command and control center. We're using technology to face the multitask that we'll have to do in case there is a man-made or a natural calamity. And through this initiative, we were able to know our resources, use them when and where, and it saves a lot of money, and at the same time a very, very efficient program.
Right.
We intend to expand that. We're very fortunate that since it's we're situated in the financial capital, that we have the funds to pool for such initiatives. Our calamity fund is about 5% of our annual budget. For this year, I'll have about 11 billion pesos, and 5% of that will be going to our calamity fund. And 70% of that 5% now can be used for preventive measures.
Okay. Now, is that representative of cities in the Philippines, or are you an exception?
We're quite an exception because it's a small area with a very big income. On a per capita, we'll be hitting around 18,000 pesos per individual. But across the country, it's a different story. So what we're doing now again is to bring in the technology so that the poorer communities can benefit from what we've learned in the city of Makati. Well, you need a plan, and that plan must be implemented. If you just let things be, then the effect would be much harsher. From our experience during Katsana, we were able to make our city really resilient, so that the effects of the typhoon was felt, but the impact wasn't really that bad for the city. It allowed us to help our neighboring cities and municipalities. We did that because there was a good planning on the part of the city. We were able to relocate many of our informal settlers. We were able to set up a fund. And we have the right response unit with the right equipment to handle that particular situation.
Right.
But it doesn't bar you from, things are very fluid. You can have a plan, but most plans may not work, but at least you've done the preparation phase.
Yes.
That if in case the event happens, then you're more flexible to do whatever, just to address the issues that face you.
Okay.
Well, we the city government of Makati bought a large tract of land, one in the province of Bulacan and one in the province of Laguna. We have already relocated informal settlers using public areas. We have none now in the city. What's left right now are informal settlers staying in privately owned lands. But we have invested a lot of money. We're building communities. We're working with NGOs like Gawad Kalinga. We have brought down the cost of building one house. And more than the houses, we are building community halls. We're building a whole community. We've created roads. We've laid down the foundation for water, electricity. We have built new schools so that the impact of having our informal settlers in one particular area may be cushioned, and that the city government continues to give support, through social services, health. We always coordinate with the municipality involved. It doesn't end when we transfer them to another area. Our support doesn't end there. the umbilical cord is not cut unless we're sure that the communities are self-sustaining.
Yes.
We will not stop because we're talking about marginalized groups that needs a lot of support from the government.
And how big is this group?
We have we have about 400 families, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that we've already relocated in one particular time. It's still growing because we have other privately owned lands that needs to be relocated. But we are pretty much prepared to handle that. There are many critics that they want on-site relocation. If it's doable, we try to do that. National agencies that handle disaster, for example. There are also NGOs that we work with. And there are other funding agencies that we really find convenient to help with us. We have also been trying to make the city as a model. We have a tax credit that we give to companies, corporations that would be interested in paying for our initiatives to make the city really resilient. Before I left the Philippines, we just signed again an agreement with one of the biggest banks in the country, and they have donated money that will not go to the city coffers, but directly to the programs that we have for the city, which would be housing. So they will be paying something to the tune of about 2 million pesos for the housing of our informal sector. This has never been done in the Philippines. And now we're having a lot of corporations through their corporate social responsibility program donating money to the city, and then we give them the corresponding tax credit. There was a study done by JECA. We have the MMIers. But from that study compared to the other areas, I think through that study will fare a lot better compared to the other communities because of our location. There have been risk assessments done, and at the same time we're very comfortable at this point that we have been doing the necessary things so that we can really make the city resilient, and with the money that's being given to focus on disaster risk reduction and the eventual rebuilding of the city, if in case we get hit by a major earthquake, then I'm sure that we will be able to rebuild our city. I really want to see government putting their foot down and telling them, you know what, a lot of people died here and you have no business staying in this area.